in this video, I'll show you how to make UGC items in Roblox. So the process of creating UGC items in Roblox isn't an easy feat. You should know how to actually 3D model items that you could actually upload into the UGC program on Roblox. So to get you started, I would suggest you to first identify the tool that you'll be using to model your items. So to get you started, I usually recommend using Blender for this one, since Blender is actually a free tool that you could use. And there's a lot of tutorials out there that you could watch on how you could do other things like advanced 3D modeling and whatnot. But you also have Maya, which is actually more advanced and a paid version for 3D modeling. But yeah, a lot of users or creators still use Blender to model their assets. And yeah, you could basically just use Blender for this one since you're just getting started. So basically just open up your Blender. And in your Blender application, you should be able to start creating your assets. So I'll be showing you some tools on how you could actually control Blender for this one. But I won't be showing you the whole thing because there's a lot of advanced steps on how to use Blender, but I'll be showing you the basics. So the first thing is you want to actually know how you could actually move around Blender. So when you actually click on your middle mouse, the scrolling button, or the middle mouse of your mouse is when it's actually how you rotate around your scene. So this is the scene, this is the workspace that you're controlling right now. And we actually just scroll in, it's going to zoom in, and scroll out, it's going to zoom out from that scene here. So as you can see there's an intersecting green and red line here. This is the X and Y axis. So it's going to be really important later on. I'll be showing you how you could actually move items around this one. Oh yeah, now you know how to rotate around the scene, move around and whatnot. So when actually just hold on shift and on your middle mouse, you'll be able to move left and right or up and down into your scene and not rotate around it. But if you let go shift, it's going to work as it usually does on your scene here. So yeah, so for you to start adding your mesh or your items or start sculpting your items, you could just hit on Control A on your keyboard and you will be able to see all of the items that you could actually add. So we have mesh, curves, surface, meeple, text, volume, crease, pencil, and a lot more here. You can also add images if you want. But for this example, we're just going to add a monkey as an example. So let's just add this monkey here. And as you can see, this is the monkey that we just added. And as you can see, there's like faces here. So when we switch over to edit mode, you'll be able to see all of the vertices and the faces and the edges for this specific monkey. So as we all know, if you're making a model on a specific item for the UGC program, you should also be aware that there's actually a 1,200 vertices or the points on your model and a 4,000 triangles limit on your model. So you have to make sure that your vertices actually around just 1,200. So that's actually a low poly model. So make sure that you don't go past those vertices or triangles requirements. And also your texture should be around 256 by 256 pixels in PNG format. And yeah, so that's one of the things that you should remember for this one. So let's say, for example, you've already started modeling your item here, you started adding textures or editing the asset itself or the model itself. Once you're satisfied and complete, we now want to actually export this one or import it into our Roblox studio. So how do you do that? You can actually just click on the file at the top left of your screen, and from here just need to click on export. And from here we have two ways of actually uploading this one. You can actually use that .obj file here or a .fbx file here. So if you can actually use either of this type of items or files here, but yeah, I prefer using the .fbx for this one. And from here, it's going to ask you where you want to save your file. So choose anywhere that you could actually easily access it. So I'm going to save this on my desktop and just click on export FBX. And when we actually exit this one, you'll be able to see my file here. It is the untitled file.fbx. And we want to start transferring these into our Roblox Studio. So here in our Roblox Studio, we want to add our model. So just click on import 3D. And from here, you'll be able to see your .fbx file here. So just go to the location and you'll be able to see that. And just choose this one and just click on open. So the default settings here, it's actually really good. You just need to click on import and just wait for us to import our item. As you can see, it's going to be successfully imported. And this is our model. This is the monkey that we just recently created. As you can see, it's the same thing that we have here, just imported into Roblox Studio. And from here, Roblox Studio, you can actually just change the materials. Like for example, you go to Material Manager here. So for example, I want to do the texture for this one, like for example, ice. Just gonna click on the top right of it, apply to select the parts. It's going to have that ice texture to it. And yeah, so that's how you basically transferred from a 3D application or 3D modeling application to your Roblox Studio. So it's actually pretty easy, though the hardest part for this one is actually knowing how you could actually model your assets on the chosen application that you want. So Blender is the most accessible one, but if you want to know Maya, since Maya is actually the industry standard right now, but you could also learn Blender for this one. There's still a lot of creators using Blender, but yeah. So that's about it. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, you can use the link in the description to subscribe. See you in the next video.